Would you avoid walking under this ladder if you think it'd bring you bad luck? How many people do you think would?
We set up a hidden camera experiment to find out.
Very superstitious. Writings on the wall. Very superstitious.
That's over a third of people who went out of their way to avoid walking under our ladder.
So, what makes perfectly rational people subscribe to frankly irrational beliefs?
Guilty, I'm superstitious. I like black cats walking in front of me because they're good luck. I've never had it yet, but they're meant to be.
So why did you not walk under the ladder?
Probably because I'm very superstitious.
And can you remember when you learned that superstition? Did your mum teach you?
School.
Or? School.
School, primary school.
To find out just how easy it is to create a new superstition, I'm going to invent a way to ward off this bad luck.
There was another superstition that if you held onto your right earlobe until you saw a lady in a black hat, it's perfectly safe to walk under a ladder. It counteracts all the badness.
Oh, well, I don't really
Trust me.
believe that it would.
Please.
Okay.
Excellent.
Okay, so maybe I wasn't very credible with my made-up superstition. But if we make the circumstances more convincing, will people adopt irrational beliefs more readily? Bruce Hood is going to help us find out. He's a professor of psychology at Bristol University and has studied the origins of supernatural beliefs. We're going to test whether we can build a superstition around something as innocuous as an old cardie.
Or have a look at the cardigan. It's just a simple cardigan that's been washed. How many people would be prepared to wear it? Put your hands up. Keep your hands up if you're prepared to wear it.
Our subjects are a cross-section of skeptics and believers. They have no idea what the experiment is about. Let's see how they react to the next part of Bruce's story.
Keep your hands up if you'd still be willing to wear the cardigan if you knew it belonged to a serial killer who brutally murdered 7 people, who was executed.
Some of the group have changed their minds now they know the cardigan's history. Why is this?
I do like the spiritual side of things, and I didn't want to, if there was anything involved in it, I didn't want to get involved in it, if you know what I mean.
I'd be worried that I'd get haunted and it would have a negative impact on my life.
You also put your hand down. Why did you put your hand down?
I don't think physically it had done anything, but subconsciously in my mind it might have told my mind to do certain things.
Are you a superstitious person generally?
Quite superstitious, yeah. When I work on stage I have to wear lucky pants.
Are you wearing them now?
Yeah, I actually am.
Some of our volunteers have developed an irrational belief about the cardigan, as though it's impregnated with evil.
It didn't belong to a serial killer. It's actually one of mine.
It may seem silly, but are there psychological reasons for some of us adopting superstitious beliefs so willingly?
Our brains are designed to make sense of the world around us, to seek out order, to look for structure. And in doing so, we see links which actually may not really be there.
So, I don't know, crossing your fingers or wearing a lucky charm, that gives you a sense of control.
I think there are real benefits to engaging in practices or having certain objects which make you feel less stressed.
I gather Tony Blair used to wear the same pair of shoes, pair of brogues, during Prime Minister's questions. Is that the sort of thing you're talking about?
Exactly. It's a superstitious behaviour. It's irrational, but it gave Tony the sense of control, which he needed in most difficult situations.
So it's a good thing?
Well, if it makes you perform better and gives you the confidence to perform better, then yes.
They're varied and they're fascinating, but there's no scientific evidence to support superstitions. However, I suspect they're here to stay.
Just don't let them rule your life.
Oh, it's fascinating.